For decades, India was known as one of the world's largest importers of defense equipment. Helicopters, artillery guns, trucks, even basic protective gear, we looked outward to secure ourselves. Under the UPA government, critical reforms were either stalled or blocked in layers. The grand old party's political hesitation, lack of clarity, and a comfort with imports kept India dependent. Then, after 2014, the direction began to change. Under the leadership of PM Modi, defense manufacturing was no longer treated as a side issue. It became central to national security and economic strategy. The idea was simple but powerful. A strong India cannot rely on others for its own protection, and the results are now visible. In 2013-14, India's defense exports stood at just 686 crore rupees. By 2024-25, that figure surged to 23,622 crore rupees. For the first time in history, Indian defense shipments have crossed the 23,000 crore rupees mark.
आज हम सबसे बड़े डिफेंस इंपोर्टर के बजाय एक बड़े एक्सपोर्टर की तरह तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं.
Today, India supplies defense equipment to over 80 countries, from the Philippines to the UAE, from Egypt to Italy, from Sri Lanka to Israel. The world is no longer seeing India only as a buyer, but recognizing it as a reliable supplier. But what exactly are we exporting? Bulletproof jackets are now being supplied to 34 countries, including Australia, Japan, Israel, and Brazil. Indian-made ammunition is reaching nations like the UAE, Egypt, Indonesia, and Thailand. Defense electronics are being exported to advanced markets such as the United States, the United Kingdom, and France. Fast interceptor boats are strengthening maritime security in Mauritius, Seychelles, and the Maldives. And in a landmark deal, the Philippines signed an agreement for the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, a system jointly developed by India and Russia, with discussions expanding to Vietnam and Indonesia. Structural reforms played a decisive role. The corporatization of the Ordnance Factory Board, higher FDI limits in defense, positive indigenization lists, defense industrial corridors in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, faster procurement processes, each step dismantled old bottlenecks. Private industries were encouraged. Startups and MSMEs were brought into the ecosystem. Procurement budgets were ring-fenced for domestic manufacturers. Earlier, defense procurement often became a story of delays and controversies. Decisions dragged on for years and indigenous innovation was sidelined, while import lobbies were powerful and self-reliance was rarely pursued with conviction. The difference now is political will. When 75% of the modernization budget is earmarked for domestic procurement, it sends a clear message to Indian industry. Build at home and the government will back you. When defense production touches 1.54 lakh crore, it signals scale. When exports multiply over 30 times in a decade, it signals credibility. India's journey from importer to exporter is not merely about numbers. It reflects confidence in our engineers, our armed forces, and our industry. It strengthens diplomacy, deepens strategic partnerships, and creates jobs at home. For years, reforms were discussed but rarely executed. Today, the execution is visible in contracts signed, factories running, and Indian defense platforms operating across continents. India once stood in global defense exhibitions as a major buyer. Now, under PM Modi, it stands there as a serious competitor. And this shift carries one clear message. Under decisive leadership, India chose self-reliance and delivered.